What a world. Welcome to a new episode of Point of View or Random Shit. As you know, I am the host, Brandon Janu. Like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere. BrandonJaneauShow. Social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Threads. Wait, let me do that back. Social media networks, social media platforms, Instagram and Threads, Brandon Janu. Facebook, The Brandon Janu Show. And of course, TikTok, it's back. Magically. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but it's back. Brand New Show on TikTok. Really, where you could go is just my YouTube channel, Brand New Show. Go there, man, and go there, subscribe, comment, like. It all helps me with the algorithms. Continuously pushes me forward and get people to tune in and watch me. So go there and you know watch. I think we could. I think you can even share on my. I don't know. I think you can share all my clips on YouTube. I don't know, but I ain't that popular. But anyway, let's get to it, man. So I kind of at the end of the year was like, I don't know if I'm really able to do a point of view of random shit episodes like I used to, because there's not that much crazy shit going on. And then 2025 happened, and then that clearly went the fuck out the window. Um, I got a couple topics I want to talk about tonight. Couple topics I want to talk about tonight. The first topic I want to talk about is what just got announced, which is SZA will be joining Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl halftime show. Uh, it is announced SZA and Kendrick now will be the headliners of pretty much the Super Bowl halftime show. People will sit there and say, "Nah, she's just a guest." Nigga, she's a headliner. She is headlining this shit with this nigga. How do I feel about this? I'm not surprised. They announced the entire stadium tour. It's like SZA is going to be at the Super Bowl halftime show. You can announce it, or you could just surprise everybody with SZA. I probably would have surprised people with SZA, but it was kind of like this is kind of obvious it was going to happen. Here's the thing, man. Do I think Kendrick could do a halftime show by himself? I never thought Kendrick could physically do a halftime show by himself. I'm sorry. I just, he doesn't have the crossover music like y'all think he does. He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't have the crossover music like that. Does he have some songs that you fuck with? Yeah. But when they did the show in LA, there's a reason for why he did only one fucking song. And it was alright. That was the only song you can use for him. I don't think he's and this is another thing that people continuously say. Oh man, he's gonna perform not like us. He's gonna kill Drake with that. When that comes on, if he does it, and which is a massive if he does it, Drake is, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But Drake is definitely suing Universal Music Group for defamation. That kind of puts Kendrick in a bind because if he does that in a fucking massive stage like that, it kind of helps Drake's lawsuit. Helps Drake's lawsuit. That UMG Music Group, Universal Music Group, is letting him do this to pretty much destroy his character and hurting his um, financial success. You're playing with fire if you do that, and people don't understand that. He could try, do it, try. I think he starts the show off with the. Dun, 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 dun. I think he starts it off with it, but he does not go farther than maybe say Drake, and then he goes straight into the set. That is the only way he can even get not like us off without having to go fall into the song. You know what he was about to say. You already know what it is. He gonna do that pause and then he gonna stop and then the song go and then something else is gonna play. He is not gonna go forward not like us. And I know y'all want that, but it's not gonna happen because this is a business. At the end of the day, UMG, y'all can sit there all day, but UMG is a fucking business, and they are getting sued. And at some point, they are going to have to explain. They gonna have to put a kibosh on this shit. because it is not helping them if this nigga go on stage and does that shit. And y'all don't understand that because you just think about embarrassing people nowadays. But it's a business, bro. And you think UMG would know? And then this is all Dre got to do. You see what the fuck they let happen at the Super Bowl? On the biggest stage in America. This man went on stage and publicly assassinated my character again. Again. And you don't think they had nothing to do with this? They could have put a kibosh on this shit. But they chose to let him do that. Oh, Kendrick is his own man. Kendrick is a fucking businessman. You don't move like Kendrick gets to move without something helping you. You really think this nigga's independent? This nigga's Interscope Universal Music Group. PG Lane. Come on, bro. Am I surprised this is joining Kendrick? Fuck no. I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not surprised that she jumped on the tour. Kendrick cannot sell by himself. He can't. And that's not a knock, a slight to Kendrick. But he does not have crossover appeal. He does not have mainstream state. He doesn't. Who does? SZA. SZA has been mainstream state since the first time she dropped her album Control. She's been the one. She just dropped a whole new project. The album is number one. She just did a movie. Her movie's out now with Kiki Palmer. It's number fucking one in the box office. SZA's got mainstream appeal. Kendrick does not. And that's something that Kendrick did to himself. He chose the path of being the righteousness, and he chose the path to try to be the, you know, I'm a stand on business and all this other shit, even though he does not stand on business at all. But he chose that path. And now you want to switch it up and go do mainstream shit? When you was telling everybody it's gonna be alright. Now it's mainstream shit you wanna do? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. I'm not surprised this is joining Kendrick at the Super Bowl. Not in the slightest. Like I said, you could have announced it, or you could have done exactly what they're doing now, which is you announced it, or you could have just literally just surprised everybody with SZA. Either way it goes, and I still think Kendrick might actually bring some other people on stage with him. I wouldn't be surprised if Beyonce pops up. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people pop up. But I'm telling y'all right now, he might start the show with Not Like Us, but I promise you, Kendrick's gonna do a lot of the new album because he's not gonna touch his old shit. I would be surprised if he touched the old shit. He's not gonna do Money Trees. He might do Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. He might do that. He might do all right. But in that small time period, you want him to perform an entire song, Not Like Us, which is like what 3 minutes long, and he's only got like 12 minutes, 15 minutes to really do a show like that. And you want him to take up all the time? Come on, bro. That's what you want, and it's you're not thinking. The Super Bowl performance halftime show is only like 12 minutes fucking long. So you want him to do an entire Not Like Us set. And then he still got to perform other shit and then bring SZA out. That's not going to happen. He might start with Not Like Us, but then it's going to go straight into the new music. And then he might bring Beyonce out. And they're going to close. I tell you right now, they're going to close with all the stars. They're going to close with all the stars. I can tell you this shit now. They're going to close with all the stars. It's going to start with Not Like Us. It's going to close with all the stars. And I would be surprised if SZA actually does more songs than Kendrick does. He gonna do Squabble Up. He gonna do Squabble Up. What's the other shit? What's the other shit? He might do Whacked Out Mirrors. I don't think he will, but he might do Whacked Out Mirrors. He's gonna do Luther. But SZA's gonna pretty much have most of that set. I'm telling you this shit now. SZA's gonna have most of that set. She gonna do Kill Bill. She gonna do Snooze. She gonna do. SZA's gonna have most of that set. Kendrick might have like 3 or 4 songs he might physically do by himself, and then SZA's gonna come out and help him. Luther, and then All the Stars, and then they're gonna close it out with All the Stars. Y'all think this shit is gonna be a This shit is 12 minutes, bro. He can't fit all of those songs y'all love in a set. He's not gonna be able to. 12 fucking minutes. That's all you got. He starts with Probably Not Like Us. He comes out, does the little dance, and then he stops, and then say Drake, and then he stops, and then he just goes into the new shit. I'm telling y'all how this shit about to play out. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Maybe. All right. He might bring Rihanna out to do Loyalty. Or him and SZA might just do Loyalty. They might not even bring Rihanna out. He might just do Loyalty with SZA. And then let her take the set. And then he leaves. And then he comes back. And then it's like, okay, let's do this. Let's close it out. But y'all are super looking forward to this performance. And I'm telling you right now, this performance is not going to be what y'all think it is. Y'all going to be like, wow, man, I thought Kendrick would do more songs. Why did you think that? Kendrick doesn't have the set list to do more songs. He doesn't. He doesn't. And that's not a shot to the man. It's just, bro, your music does not have that much crossover appeal like you think it does. He does not have mainstream appeal like that. And the most mainstream songs he's got is Love, Loyalty, DNA. And All Right. All the Stars. Pray for Me. He might bring out The Weeknd. Might bring out The Weeknd. The Weeknd's dropping an album around that time. I can see The Weeknd pop up. I wouldn't be surprised if The Weeknd pop up and do all the Pray for Me with Kendrick. But then that's again, you giving your spot away, your spot to another fucking artist. The more you add people onto this shit, it makes me realize you just don't have the fucking mainstream hits like that. You need other artists to boost your shit. Again, that's not a knock to Kendrick, but this is the thing that I've been kind of knowing that it was gonna happen. SZA being announced is one thing. The Weeknd's gonna be there. Beyonce's probably going to be there. Weeknd and Beyonce are probably gonna be there. If not Beyonce, Rihanna. I wouldn't even be surprised if Jay Z pop up and do a song with this nigga. I would not be surprised if they do "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" remix with Jay Z. I wouldn't be surprised. Does he do Money Trees? I would love to see him do Money Trees. I think that'd be a dope ass performance. But would you break J Rock on stage? Again, it takes a lot to get to that J Rock verse, and you only got 12 minutes. All right, TikTok is back. Boy, that TikTok ban, man, it lasted what all of 12 hours. Yeah, yeah, I got on TikTok at 8 o'clock Saturday, and they were like, "It's over." It's TikTok is not being used in the U.S. And I was like, "Oh shit, that's crazy! It already happened." And then, by like shit, like maybe what, like noon here in Houston. By like one, I was watching the Eagles and the Rams game, and that shit was back on like it never left. I was like, "What the fuck?" Here's the thing, man. I will never in my life thank government officials for impeding on my freedom of speech. I never thank government officials for impeding on my freedom of speech. Social media is a form of the First Amendment. It's a form of the First Amendment. Freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of press. That's what social media is. And here's my thing, man. I need people to truly understand this. So listen to what I'm about to say. And I don't mean this shit in no sense. I got some people that follow me on TikTok. I got some people that fuck with me on TikTok. I appreciate y'all. But if any country was going to use any app to search for search for our intelligence in this country, I'm pretty fucking sure it won't be TikTok. I'm pretty fucking sure it won't be TikTok. It might be Facebook. It might be Instagram. It might be shit X, Twitter. It might be one of those social media platforms before it ever be TikTok. I'm gonna be honest. Our biggest and brightest are not on fucking TikTok. Yeah, China is definitely using the U.S. intelligence. They're trying to get U.S. intelligence by sitting through 30 hours of motherfuckers doing dance trends on social on fucking TikTok. Yeah, that's fucking a dude. You they sitting there for 30 hours going through fucking dance trends for central for fucking intelligence of the United States of America. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. And clearly, before TikTok went away for that brief second, I'm assuming a lot of famous TikTokers, and I was seeing some of the videos. I would scroll through them and be like, okay, I don't give a fuck. Some people that got pretty much made their name off of TikTok went on TikTok before the app was supposedly banned. Went on TikTok and pretty much said all the shit that I use. Pretty much, I use TikTok. The shit I use TikTok for, and I got famous for. I technically never really did, or I've never done that, or it was blown out of proportion, and I never really. That's not really me. Pretty much just lied to everyone. Shitted on their fans, told their fans that I think it was some people that was like, they use TikTok for like to be like, oh, I'm a fitness model, or some shit, and then came out and was like, yo, I do I had plastic surgery and shit. I'm not like, yo, do you believe this shit? I can't believe people would be that way. This is the thing about social media. Make sure the shit is gone before you do it. like, make sure the shit is gone before you do it. Now these people, because here's the thing, bro. TikTok is gone, right? If it was supposedly gone, that's social media, nigga. That's still a reality to this world, man. And I know people live in social media world and they think social media world is reality. Reality is different. Just because TikTok is gone and you said that shit, don't mean I can't go to your social media, your Instagram or your Facebook or something, and say, "Hey, I followed you because you said this about yourself, and now you telling me that really wasn't even the truth." What the fuck? People don't live in reality. They think social media is reality, and that's the fucking problem. If you use, there are certain things you take to the grave, my nigga. That's probably one of them. You being, you doing that shit didn't make any sense because there's still social media, nigga. The fuck are we doing? Oh my god, it was so stupid. It was so stupid. It was so fucking stupid. I don't get it. Oh my god, it was so stupid. That shit was so fucking dumb. Oh my god, that shit was extremely stupid. But it ain't me though. I don't give a fuck. It ain't me though. Anyway, TikTok is back. So yeah. How do I talk about this shit? Uh, why not? Trump is president again. Inauguration was January 20th, Martin Luther King Day. And Donald Trump is officially now the president of the United States again. He's already putting in orders, executive orders, to pretty much get rid of some shit. I think one of the orders he put in was um, are you trying to get birthrights? I think he was trying to get rid of birthrights. I can't remember which one it was. But he was getting rid of that. So excuse me if I don't remember it right now. It's not off the top of the dome. I don't have notes like that. I don't write notes like that now. But Trump, you know, listen, man. This is everything he said he was gonna do. This is Project 2025. Duh. This is Project 2025. Did you not think that that was gonna happen? This is Project 2025. And I'm still seeing people being like, "Ah, I voted for Trump, and Trump is, I voted for Trump, and I'm still supporting him." Okay, I'm not mad at you for supporting your terrible decision. And I can tell you to your face, it's a terrible fucking decision. Like, listen, hey, listen. I'm not saying that you can't support this motherfucker. I'm not telling you not to support this motherfucker. Support the motherfucker. I don't care. But at the same time, I can tell you to your face, this is a terrible fucking decision. It's a terrible decision, and you know it's a terrible. And then here's the thing: I don't think you know it's a terrible decision because I don't think you give a fuck. But that's the thing. We live in a time period of life where we live off of opinion. And if somebody tells you something, you just believe it. Especially if you like the person, you just believe it. Listen, man, I ain't even listen to my friends like that. I knew them niggas was lying. Like I knew them niggas was lying. Like it's certain people, I'm like, nah, nigga, I don't know about that, nigga. That ain't like, that ain't cutting it, nigga. But this is the thing about this situation, man. I don't look at this whole situation with Trump and get mad. It is what it is, man. It's gonna listen, man. These next 100 days that he's in office is gonna be the telltale sign of how this country is about to be for the next 3 years. Because the next election is in 2028. Yeah, 2028. So 3 years. At some point, he's going to try to find a loophole and try to uh, abolish the amendment of presidents can only sit at being presidents can only sit for 2 terms. He's gonna try to find a way. Oh, you can bet your ass. He's gonna try to find a way. It might not happen now, but it's gonna happen eventually. He's gonna try to find a way to abolish that amendment where presidents can only sit for 2 terms. It's coming. I would not be surprised. It's coming. And then what are you gonna say when he wipes away the Health Care Act? That oh, it was Obamacare. Now it's the Affordable Health Care, and you're like, oh, it's the same thing. I didn't know that. Really, you didn't fucking know that. This is the thing, man. The rich is gonna get richer. The rich is gonna get richer. The poor are gonna get poor. And this is something that um Charles Barkley said on TV during the Martin Luther King NBA Inside the NBA edition. And I agree with him so wholeheartedly, which is it's not about race, it's not about gender, it's not about this, it's not about that. It's about poor and rich. If you are rich, none of this shit's gonna affect you. It doesn't make you no never mind. You're seeing a lot of rich motherfuckers already switch the fuck up. You're already seeing it. Billionaires that were going at Donald Trump, Jeff Bezos and all these motherfuckers that was talking shit about Trump in 2016, what the fuck they doing now? They sitting in them fucking chairs comfortable as a motherfucker, kissing his ass. Why? Why? Because they know. They know what we don't know. And that's the fucking problem. They know what we don't know. I'd rather be rich and be on the so-called winning side right now than to be on the to be on the winning side, as they say, because the winning side is only rich motherfuckers. Everybody else lower down, we are fucked. Middle class and poor, we are fucked. We're gonna be in a recession in about 2 years. We're gonna be in a recession. I would not be surprised if we are in a recession halfway through his presidential run. We're gonna be in a recession give it a year and a half. We'll be in a recession. Give it a year and a half. Our economy is going to fucking sink. It's gonna tank. It's gonna tank. It's gonna tank. It's coming. You can already feel it. It's going to happen. Gas is about to go up like a son of a bitch. Jobs about to get taken away. You got people that already don't want those jobs now being like, yeah, get rid of the illegal aliens. And you motherfucker don't even want the job that they're doing. You don't want the motherfucker. You want to cut your grass? Really? You want to cut your grass? Sure. And I don't even mean it in that way, but it's like, bro, you don't want the jobs we already were supposed to do for our fucking selves. I know damn well you don't want them jobs that you already was misplacing anyway. You didn't want them fucking jobs. You didn't want them fucking jobs. Our economy is going to be in the shitter in a year and a half. In a year and a half. These billionaires are going to get their money, keep their fucking money, build their shit up, and then go tell us, well, fuck you. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Speaking of President Trump, Elon Musk. Woo, shit. Um, that was a Nazi salute. That was a Nazi salute. I don't give a fuck what anybody said. That was a Nazi salute, bro. See, here's the problem with people that's trying to defend people. Defending someone to defend someone, you gotta have a clear cut understanding of what you're defending and how you gotta defend it. All I'm hearing people say is that was just an awkward ass. That was just an awkward ass hand gesture. He's a nerd. Come on, he's a nerd. No, nigga. If he's a nerd, which means he's smart than a motherfucker, right? A nerd is a smart motherfucker. Smart, which means you know shit. So you know basic American culture, but particularly basic fucking world culture, which is the fucking Holocaust. You know the Holocaust. You know what that salute meant. And yet you trying to sit up here and tell me that was just an awkward ass movement he just did. Doing it once, okay, cool. You did it twice in the same, in like 10 seconds of each other. That's not awkward. That's not a nerd. He knew what the fuck he was doing. Fuck out of here, dude. You know the Holocaust. You know what that meant for the culture. You know the Holocaust, man. You know what the fuck that was. For somebody that's building fucking rocket ships, you can't tell me simple ass human being humility. You know this already. You can't even defend that shit, bro. And then I don't understand how the fuck you can. It is the dumbest shit. Why are y'all defending this shit? I don't get it. I don't fucking understand. I had to see somebody on TMZ today be like, "Oh man, he's just a nerd. He's just awkward." And I'm like, bro, are you that fucking stupid? Do you just really believe everything you see? You really believe that this motherfucker don't know shit about what he just did? You really believe he don't know anything about those hand gestures he just did? Oh man, he's a square. He's a nerd. He don't know nothing. It's just that was just an awkward ass, bro. This is a hand wave. This is a hand wave. This is a goodbye. What he did was none of that. You did that and you knew what you was doing. But defend it. Defend it. Again, I said this at the end of the year and I say it again. Some people gotta die on the fucking hill they are creating. And I'm tired of having conversations with motherfuckers that are just stupid. And, and I don't want to say stupid. I don't want to say stupid. That is wrong. But you are choosing the path that you know is going to lead to your own demise. And yet you're cool with that. You're choosing the path that's going to lead to your demise. And you're cool with that. You're cool with that. Okay. Okay. And that's the hill I'm going to let you down. Because I have nothing to say to you yet. As long as you leave me the fuck out of it, I'm good. Speaking of the fucking fucking inauguration, hip hop. Oh man, oh man. Hip hop is in the forefront of this inauguration. Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Nelly, Soldier Boy. Those are the four names that went to the inauguration and performed. Now, it wasn't the only ones that was kind of there. I mean, it probably was more. And Mike Tyson, I saw Mike Tyson there. Listen, man. This isn't. See, this is the thing about this. What do I feel about this, man? This isn't 20 old TikTokers that don't know shit and all they know is fame and wealth and they're just riding a wave and they just think that Trump is cool and they don't know shit. They should have their ass in a college classroom instead of on a fucking social media site trying to tell us how to live life. But they don't know shit. They never probably paid attention in fucking school like that and they don't know shit. So I'm not surprised that fucking TikTokers and shit supporting this. But Snoop is 50. Nelly is 50. Rick Ross is 50. 48, 49. Soldier Boy is like 36, 37. Yeah, because when he came out was in 2006, 7. And I was 12, 13. He was like 16. So 34, 35. I'm 30, about to be 31 Friday, next Friday. So 34, 35. So you are old. What I'm trying to say is, you motherfuckers are old enough. And you know the path of less resistance. And yet you chose. This is the thing. You chose to do this. And that is my thing. If you chose to do some shit like that, I don't need you to explain it. I don't need you to break it down and tell me why you did it. And Nelly going on Willie D, shout out to the legendary Willie D of the Ghetto Boys. That man went on there and literally went on his TikTok live, whatever the fuck they were doing, and he straight up was just like, Nelly was like, no president ever asked me to do this. I did it because, the presidential debate the presidential situation's over. I decided to go do it because no president's ever asked me to. Bruh, I don't want to hear that shit. Because you sound like a man and know you chose a decision. You made a decision, which is your decision. Here's the thing. It is your decision, my brother. I don't give a fuck. It's your decision. I don't care. But you trying to defend it don't help me. Like you trying to defend because you know the backlash you're about to get. There is no way in hell that Nelly did not see how many black men and women voted for Kamala Harris, turned around and then said, okay, now that she's not president, I'm gonna just just the fucking stupidity of it. The accountability that people just choose to not take anymore is what pisses me off about people nowadays. That was a dumbass answer. Oh, Barack never asked me to come and do a presidential, never asked me to come and do the inauguration. Kamala Harris never asked me to come and do something for her when she was running for president. Why you listed the black people? You didn't, nobody asked that question. Nelly been rapping since 2000, 99, 2000, 2001. Barack was president in 08, 2012. Joe Biden was president in 2020. Trump was president in 2016. Why you listening to all the black people? George Bush got reelected by the time you was the nigga. You was the shit. George Bush got reelected. Why you always listen to black people? Why you have to listen to black people? That's my thing. Nelly defending this shit is because he knows he's wrong. And he knows, and that's my thing. You 40, 50 years old, bro. You made a decision. You made a choice. You knew this was going to piss off your fan base. There is no way in hell that you did not know that was going to piss off your fan base. Snoop, I saw Henry O, who is co-owner of Death Row with him now, and Trump pardoned him last time he was in the White House. So of course he was at the inauguration, and Snoop did the show for him. And Henry O yesterday on TMZ was like, "Oh, Snoop ain't no sellout. Snoop just a friendly dude. He just do, he don't really care about presidential shit. He just do what he see. I would totally. That is Snoop's persona. Snoop is kind of just the friendly hip hop guy that don't want to really piss off nobody. And I get that. I understand that. That's cool. Do your thing. But Snoop is a sellout. He is. It's not because he did the inauguration. It's not. That's one of the reasons. But he's a sellout because in 2016, you was talking mad shit about Trump. Are we just supposed to ignore that shit? Oh, because he freed your friend. We supposed to just sweep that under the table? You was talking mad shit about Trump. You were friends with Trump. You did his whole Comedy Central roast and everything. And you still took the side that you took in 2016. And then you turn around 8 years later and all is forgiven? You was on stage saying fuck Donald Trump and all that shit. And now that's what makes you a sellout. It ain't got shit to do that you performed at the inauguration. No, details matter for why people don't fuck with you. The detail is you chose to shit on Trump the first time he was elected, and 8 years later you turn around and go kiss his ass. That's what makes a sellout. That's what makes a fucking sellout. You was just you was talking mad shit about Trump in 2016, and then you turn around 2024 and be like, I got no problems with Trump. I love Trump. He's my okay, sure. Soldier Boy is a coon dancing ass nigga. He's always been a coon dancing ass nigga. There's never been a time where I've watched Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy has pretty much told y'all for years how he moves and how he operates. That's a coon ass nigga. He's always been a coon ass nigga. What are we surprised by? Rick Ross, I do not know. And maybe Rick Ross, allegedly, maybe Rick Ross is trying to do the Trump shit because he knows what's about to come down the pipe in a year and a half or so, which is Diddy going to prison possibly. And how do you exonerate yourself from being in a position like that? Having a president in your back pocket. Oh, you don't think Rick Ross doesn't know that at some point he is going to be called during a Diddy trial at some point? Because there was a point in time in 2010 where Rick Ross and Diddy were like this. Rick Ross and Diddy was like this. Them motherfuckers were inseparable in 2010. For like 2010, like 2013, them niggas was inseparable. Diddy was even calling this nigga the new Biggie and all that shit. Them niggas was inseparable. So you don't think that Rick Ross performing at Trump's inauguration has something to do with knowing that at some point that Diddy trial he's going to be called up at some point? It wouldn't hurt to have a president in your fucking back pocket, allegedly. But that's gonna be called up at some point. Somebody's gonna ask you about that shit. Oh no, listen, man. They made a choice, and we have a choice to make. We can choose to support them still, which some probably will, some won't. It is what it is. Um, but again, all of these fucking people nowadays is just they ride the wave. Nobody's a fucking leader. Everybody's a fucking follower, and that's the fucking problem. You don't take accountability, and all you motherfuckers are followers. It's kind of hard to have a conversation with somebody that can get their news from fucking Google. in social media all day. You don't pick up a book. You don't do any research. You just listen to the news. That 50% bullshit, 50% false fucking information, and especially on social fucking media. And that's just the world we live in. This is fun. I'll be back sometime. Probably do another point of view of random shit. Like I said, it's 2025 and Trump is in office, so I might do a point of view of random shit every fucking week. I don't know. But until then, I am Brandon Janeau. Peace.